Okay, we are live. We are going at it. We are live and going at it. What's up, guys? Haven't streamed in a couple of days, but we're back to it. Just a couple of days, Live streaming it takes a toll on you. But we're still trying to do our best to stay consistent. Just wanna say hey to everyone. And I also want to talk to you about what we're going to do today. But before I do that, remember to subscribe and like this video if you're into sync licensing, making hip hop for TV, even for artists also. And if you're using Studio One, then you and me can get along. Anyways, so this track is another track for my Tension album that I'm making. So I think I've already have 13 approved tracks. This would be 14 if they approve it, and I'm hoping they do because I'm kind of proud of this one too. And it's just a tension track. I'm gonna walk you through the instruments, the arrangement, what I did, the sampling, and then at the end I will play you the beat. Okay? Remember to like and subscribe. So let's get to it. I called it Thoughts Torment Tension Hip Hop. It's in 150 BPM and it's in the key of D minor because I don't know why I've just been doing so much E minor lately, D minor, sorry. So out of the bat, let's start with the top. So first of all, this track I'm not even using. I have it on mute. And this track is just, I found a heat up arpeggiated preset. Let me see if I can find this somewhere. Well, anyways, I found an arpeggiated sequence and I played it in the key of D minor. And I played D minor, then I played G minor, something like that. And this is what the sequence sounded like. With no effects or anything. That was the preset alone. So you get the gist. So that I just played one note and the preset would do that. It's in the heat up pack. It's in one of the heat up presets in one of the ARP and sequences section. But I took that part and I then chopped it up right here. Only this part I chopped it up. Just like the beginning to right here. Just 8 bars of it. Right? I want to play the whole thing, but I chopped that and I put it into my sampler as so. See, I have all the chops here. So I'm just gonna play. Let me check where. Can't see where. Anyway, sound will sound like. Oh, it's in mute. Sorry. What? Okay. It will sound like this. For explanation reason. I can't find the key right now where it's at the piano. But yeah. You get what I'm saying. You know? Okay. But I played it. And this is what I came up with. So this is what it sounds like. That's the sample chopped up, as you can see. And so what I did was just add some EQing. Oh, it's playing what it's not supposed to be playing. I'm sorry. Sorry for that, guys. It's right here. This is what it is. So yeah, this is the sample now. And with the effects, obviously, the Pro EQ. And then some compression. That's it. That's what I did with that. I called it ARP sample. And that is kind of what the main melody does, right? With this sample melody over here. So coming back to this first part, what I did was I took, so for me to actually, for you guys to actually understand what I did with this sample melody right here, this sample over here, I would have to explain every other instrument. Why? Because this is a combination of all the other instruments. So that's why I explained the ARP sample, right, first. And then I have this dark piano coming from the Noir pack and Contact. Right here, Noir Pure, the dark preset. This is what it's doing. That's what the piano is doing. And then we have this synth from Serum. It's called Pluck Cosmos. So Pluck Cosmos is a preset that I got from Spice. And this synth is basically doing this. That's it. Yeah. And so the dark piano with the synth. Yeah. Oh, what happened? And moving on, so these sounds were made with Umbra, Bells, U-Bell 02, and U-Bell 03 from the Bells category. And this is what I actually started with. So I actually started with this one, with this. And then I just layered it with this. So both of them. So that whole section with the ARP sample and the dark piano and the synth go like this. See? So that would be part of what is the main melody of the hook, right? But this is where the sample comes into play, because what I did was I took this whole section, I right clicked and I went to mix down selection, and that what it does, it creates an audio file, a stereo audio file with all those instruments in one track, like so, like this one, right? But what I did was I took that sample that I got out, right, from the heat up, from mixing it down, mixing the whole thing down, and I time stretched it by half. So I pressed Option, basically what I did was this, and that would be the time stretch, okay? And then I added a bunch of effects to it. So this is how it would sound without all the effects and how do you call it, time stretch down. So but then we start putting in some effects, and then you get a different vibe. Some EQ, and then halftime. Now halftime gives you a completely different vibe. So then more EQ and kickstart. And we get this. Now kickstart, in this part, kickstart, I automated it so that it's bypassed here, because then I turn it on in this other section. So it's the same thing, but with kickstart on. And listen to this. Right. Oh, wait. And so that's what I did with that part, you know. And obviously I have it here again without the kickstart. Okay, so this track obviously is not that long. It's just 1 minute 45 long. It could be up to 2 minutes and a half, whatever, but that's where I felt that it was done. Okay, so moving on to the 808. So the 808 is one of my personal 808s from my first Dillian Mo first 808 pack. It's called Kinda Reese. This is how it sounds like, you know. And this is the pattern. This is how it does. So just the 808. And it keeps going. So after that, I got this brass going on. I use this brass in almost all my cues. It's from Serum. It's called the TPSNDNBFX brass tab. I found it on Splice. That's how it sounds. This is the pattern. D minor. Just a D and the fifth. So here we're supposed to do right. That's what it's supposed to do. I gotta change it here again. That's good. That's the brass tab. Now we're gonna move into the drums. So the drums basically are some percussion loops and one shots. Okay, so you can see the name of the one shot right here on top. This one is by Ocean. The one of his drum packs called Mineral Kick 9. This is the pattern. That's the kick pattern. The clap is also from Ocean, clap 12. This is the pattern, just third notes for, yeah, and every third beat, what I mean, this is the third beat. I have this snare going on. This snare is actually just a rudimentary, I think, I don't know how to call it. It's just like a snare roll that I have coming in to like this bridge part in the middle and then at the last hook. So it's kind of a transitional snare. That's it. This is the pattern. And this snare, I can't see the name of it, but it's from a hip hop pack that I got from Slate Digital, and it's called SD Snare Evoke. Sounds like this. That's it. I always put it normalized here and one shot so that it plays the whole note. I don't know if you guys do that in your samplers, but I do it. Okay, so moving on with the hi-hats would be just another one of Ocean's hi-hats right here. This is the pattern. Just cool pattern. Okay. After that, we got another an open hi-hat also from the Prod by Ocean Minerals pack. This one I did add a little reverb right here with the sampler. You know, just one shots. So this layer of percussion I actually got from the Layers Kyle Beats pack. It's called Trap and it's in 130 BPM. Obviously I time stretched it to 150. This is what it sounds like. I didn't do anything to this layer, nothing, no processing or anything. And so those are the drums. Let me just play the whole drum section for you guys. Oh, I forgot about this perk though. Sorry. So this perk is from, I think, also the hip hop pack from Slate, and it's just this. I did add some delay, and this would be the pattern. And I'm just gonna play the whole drums and show you the pattern of that perk. I feel like I'm doing a ritual sometimes with those perks. Then I got all these effects. Let me just play them, the 3 effects. So this is the first effect, FX Run, is a vocal effects that I found in one of my libraries or one of my packs. It's just a vocal coming into the one, like. And as you can hear, I have that vocal, I have this reverse cymbal right here, and then I have a shatter crash. Now this shatter crash actually made a bit of processing to it because this sounded like this. That's how it sounded. I don't know if you can just hear that's how it sounded. And then after I added some EQ, like so, and then I added this kilohertz distortion. Sorry. Saturate, I just played a little bit with it. I got that distortion going on. And then I added, I sent it to my Blue Sky Verb effects channel, which has the MOTT and also has this Verb Suite Classic digital plate, which I got from Slate, this preset. And I just dial it in, and now it sounds like this. So it has like that crash transient, but also that little shatter tail. And yeah, so the 3 effects going into the one and into, yeah. Right. Yeah. Those are all the elements of this beat, of this track, guys. I'm going to play the beat now, and then I will show you kind of what I did with my... What did I do here? Let me put these plugs in a different color, though. What I did, I'm going to play you the beat. The beat actually is shorter than this because I got to move him to the one. Right. There we go. Now it's 1 minute 43. So I'm gonna play the beat now, guys. It's already mixed and mastered. Only I feel like it sounds different in my headphones because I mixed it with my interface, and now I'm using this interface to talk to hear myself and hear the mix. So I think it sounds a little different. I don't know how it's gonna sound to you, but this is this would be the whole beat onto this thing, okay? Enjoy this. Yeah, guys, that is the whole beat. You know, I made some transition stops here, so in this part it's good to have those edit points right there. There's also this other edit point that I have here. Then I have this edit point right here. Yeah, that's kind of an edit point there. So also the last edit point would be this one, which is this thing, like where it actually ends. And so I don't know if you noticed, but there's this part, the snare part, and then it has that reverb tail, really crazy effect. So the way that I did that was I added to the snare, I added the Verb Suite Classic reverb, and I did this setting like this is, I just play with it a lot. The attack, the delay, the dry, wet signals, everything. And what I did was, after I got the sound that I wanted, I automated the bypass signal. So like it's all bypass. The reverb is bypassed out to right here. Then it turns on, does the break, and then it turns off here, which actually it should turn off right here. So it doesn't bleed into the next part. And it could even bleed and it still sound cool. Check it out. So yeah, I'll leave it bled. I'll leave it bloodied. As far as automation goes, that's what I did. I also automated some bypass here for the kickstart. So I wanted it to be off here and then on right here for this one. And I didn't add a lot of effects to this beat, really, like those effects that you heard, but all I'm doing is I'm using reverb for my brass, and I'm using the blue sky verb for my shatter crash, and then for the perk I'm using my moon verb, which is another preset that I found on Slate Digital, which has this Verb Suite Classic, and then it has this Murda Melodies preset. So yeah, so actually the perk does what it does. So that tail, that behind, that's the moon verb. So, right, so the mixing would be like, this is the way that I kind of leveled them. I just added some, this one it doesn't count. This one's going to be mute, so it's all of these. Yeah, just to my drums, I added EQ just to take off low end, here for the kick, here for the snare. This is the way that I process this 808. So just like some harmonic saturation with fat filter, but on the higher frequencies, some compression, and then some EQ, just dynamic EQing those 100 hertz because they were like through the roof. And then in the bass bus, I added infinity bass, give it that low end, like added the infinity Q again, just taking off some of the rumble, and then just another compressor, the FG stress. No, I mean the FG stress, yeah. And it's only doing 1% of total harmonic distortion. Got the distortion on 1-1. It's not really doing that much, you know, just subtle. I want you guys to listen to this beat on your car, on your headphones or whatever, and then let me know how that bass sounds, because I'm always trying to improve, you know. Let's see what else we got. And for the mastering, so the mastering also is kind of the same, been doing the same. So just take out some of that boxiness, mid-siding everything, taking out the low end. Then I have this virtual mix bus punch. I didn't do anything to it. I just left it like that. It sounded good. And then I have the FGX2 limiter with the compressor, doing so. I could practically push this up a little bit more. For sure, or the threshold. Right, so and then I got the limiter just limiting at -0.05. It's not doing anything really. Got the Yuli meter here. It's telling me that I'm at a momentary max of -9. I have a true peak of -0.03, and my short term goes from -10 to -12, -12, -13. Okay. So yeah, it's -12, which means that I could practically push this up a little bit more. So I'll take everything and just push it up like 2 dB. See, now I'm in -11, momentary in -8. Now we're talking, you know? Let me see, FGX2 is at -12. That's where I like to hit my short term right here, around -12, and we can compare with the Yulin meter. So short term in my Yulin goes to 11, you know, because of the post, but they're kind of the same, you know. Here we're hitting, you know, -1 already. And that's it. So yeah, my spectrum meter. And we'll always put the phase meter also. This would be the phase meter. And you know, you can also like send this clap to a reverb also, you know. Let me also check the phase meter here. Also add reverb to that instrument channel. Oh yeah, the instruments. As you can see, I didn't do much to the processing here with the instruments. And the virtual mix rack, this is what I've been using. I can even save this one. Yeah, okay. And yeah, that's all I'm doing on that instrument bus. And then on the brass bus, this is what I'm doing. Just This is the EQ curve. And then I have the virtual mix rack, just adding a little saturation here and compression, just a little bit, and some shimmer. But I don't want it to shimmer too much because it's crazy. I want the hi-hats to live in there. So what do you think, guys? Like, this is the beat. It's called Thoughts, Torment, Tension. I'm going to export it now, send it to the music library, see if they accept it. And hopefully you guys learned something, learned the type of instruments to use, learned the arrangement. Also, we could also talk about the arrangement a little bit, because I got this intro going on, which is the first sample melody with halftime and everything, so you can hear some popping sounds, but I like it. It makes it mysterious. And then just entering at the third, like after the half measure here, and that upbeat right here, the downbeat or whatever. I started with just the clap and the hi-hats. You see, the open hi-hats does not go there. And then the effects coming into the one, which would be this whole melodic section right here. And then the bass. See? And then I will come into what would be the verse. And it's the same sampled melody, but with the kickstart on. So it ducks down. And just, I took out the percussion parts. I just left the open hi-hat, the close hi-hat, the clap, and the kick, and then I added these snares for the transition. This would be the verse part. This would be the first verse part. Then this would be like the bridge part, the verse bridge part. Just like a little mysterious kind of thing. Bringing the drums with the perk. No open hi-hat here, just like normal. Comes back to the intro. Let's give it that space here, but with these snares. So that's different. Then comes to the last hook, right? And then the last big hook that comes right in here, I added the brass and I added the snare, and that's it. And then the sting. And the sting is just the 808, the brass tap, the kick, and the shatter. That's it. And also this part, you can feel that it sounds different from these plugs. Right? And here at this bridge part, it sounds like this. So guess what I did? Yeah, you guessed it. I time stretched it and just duplicated them and then put this serum patch over it. And this is how it sounds, that bridge part. That's it. And with the brass. And then obviously that whole part. So yeah, it's just a different part. So the editors can have different things to edit with, you know. I think it gives my track uniqueness, but also variety in the sense that they can choose whatever they want for different scenes and different, you know, B-rolls and stuff like that if they need it. And so I think I've talked everything about the beat now. You know, all I gotta do is export it and send it to them, see if they liked it and see if they approve my demo. And so last thing I want to say, I'm very thankful for everyone that came out and saw for a little bit. Remember to subscribe and like this video so I can continue on this journey to show you guys the process of making beats for TV, and just the whole thingamajig about music production. You know, if you have any questions at all, just put them down in the comments and send me an email if you guys want to work or anything. DillianMode@DillianModeBeats.com. And as always, have a great weekend and